house of heart-shaped mirrors, crisp and clean. Seamless edges where the lines can't be seen. Candle lit and fire ablaze, we dance amongst the smoke and haze. A waltz where partners ever shift until you're hoisted from your drift. The arms of whom are home and true. My house of mirrors turns into you. A mystery solved in a subtle grin. A knight of swords comes galloping in with a kiss of honey and sparkling gin. I'll know you when I see you, no matter where you've been.
Hi, we're gonna have a debrief. Let me grab my journal. I woke up yesterday feeling really overwhelmed, and I had all these intense feelings, and I was like, I don't know what to do with all of these. And it was one of those days where I feel like I could have just let myself do nothing and feel terrible about it. I think there are definitely rest days that you can take, but yesterday was like, if I did nothing, I know I would have made myself feel worse, not better. This is the blueprint to how to get over overthinking so much that you stay still. This is the blueprint to how to get over overthinking so much that you can't do anything. I woke up and I was like, it's one of those days. So I ended up chucking on a meditation. Throughout that meditation, I was visualizing a lot, but I was also stretching a lot. I find that on days like that, it's useless to... On days like those, it's virtually useless to ask myself to sit down and be still. So I was like, okay, you're gonna sit down and meditate, but you can move. The theme of the day yesterday was really taking things one day at a time, one step at a time. My brain's very chaotic, so I tend to focus on like 5 things at once and then sometimes get too overwhelmed and not be able to finish. Pretty much I just said, everything's falling into place. I don't need to worry. I'll focus on one thing at a time. And I wrote, days like these are about finding solutions to worries rather than letting them overwhelm me. To find solutions is to grasp an understanding as to which worries are out of my control and which are in my control, so I can find effective ways to solve them. On days like this, I find it so helpful because then I can look at the list when I'm feeling overwhelmed and say, okay, what are you thinking of that's not supposed to be in your brain right now? So I had a whole list of, like I said, meditation, journaling, yoga, tidy, breakfast, gym, work. I had a couple of emails that I needed to write, creative time, reflective time, and I had a bunch of little miniature tasks that I could just check off throughout the day. And it really helped me zone in and check on myself and say, okay, what am I thinking about right now? What am I supposed to be doing? How do I feel? And it actually brought me to doing all of those tasks, which I would not have finished. I know for a fact I wouldn't have finished them if I hadn't made it a list day. So some days, those are really helpful to just make a list of things that need doing and really be kind to yourself. Start the day off right, start the day off strong. Meditation, yoga, not scrolling on social media, just really basic things that, you know, from a distance they seem very minute and like they wouldn't do anything, but they are some of the most effective things that you can do for yourself to progress and to make the most of those days where you're not feeling the best, or maybe you're feeling a bit overwhelmed. And then make sure you do take breaks too. If it's a day where you can take a break, definitely do that. And with all things, you put your mental health first, because you're all you've got. At the end of the day, people come and go, and as we age, things don't work as well as they used to. And the whole point is to stay sharp, stay on top of things, and really be kind to yourself so that we can have longevity and really work on that. I always think of relationships like houses that we can work on, and the most important house of all that we always forget about when we start building a house with someone else is our own house. We let it go to the wayside, we forget it's even there, and then we come back to it and it's all crumbled, there's mold on the walls, we have to tear things down, we have to start again, we have to redecorate, we have to tame the gardens, because everything's grown out of control and we've lost ourselves. And that is one of the things that I've really learnt this year, is really taking care of your own house, making sure that when you are building a house with someone else in a relationship, that you're still tending to your own separate house, because that's your place that you can go to be your true self, to reconnect with your soul, and to really experience that solitude the way that we are all entitled to, and we should have time of solitude. And I don't know, that's how I formulate dependence and independence in my mind. I really visualize it like these massive grand houses, and I think it also comes into play when we're thinking about how we maintain relationships, and how, you know, you can't just let a house sit there, because if you let it sit there, it's just going to slowly deteriorate. You won't notice it at first, but next thing you know, the roof's about to cave in, everything's falling apart, and it's about those little things, little maintenance jobs. Let's patch the wall here in the form of a difficult conversation. Let's, you know, knock out the little annoyances straight away so that we don't get to this point down the line where it's like, okay, well, your whole existence annoys me now. It's so cold today. I've been reading non-stop all day. It's been such a busy voiceover day, which I'm so blessed for. But I'm tired. My voice has had it. On top of that, I recorded vocals all day yesterday. So I'm editing those on my new song, and also I bought Wallows tickets today. Fuck, I hate what the fuck? I'm delulu. Oh my gosh. Not the dead look. So anyway, I'm gonna go get a coffee. Gonna go sit in the coffee shop with my laptop, because I'm not sitting there for leisure either. I've still got so much to do. I have to do some work for the magazine that I write for, and then I have to do my own work for myself. It's a day. Making myself look a little more presentable, and then I'm going to get into something really warm, because it's freezing today and super rainy and gloomy. It's nice to have something to look forward to though, because Wallows is in December. I was originally going to see them here in Sydney, however, because it falls on the 14th of December in Brisbane, I was like, I'll just go there as part of my trip to see my family for the holidays. I'm gonna go see them with my best friend. And it's gonna be so much fun. I'm excited. I love watching live gigs. I'm just in awe of people who do live gigs. I, obviously record and do production and do all my own stuff, but also, I don't know, if I just pee my pants, Could you imagine me? I feel like it would be so fun. But I also, I just pee my pants. Goodness me. Ladies, it's that time during the cycle where you just look like you've crawled out of a hole. Oh, I'm a ditch girl today. I'm a ditch girl. Delulu ditch girl. Anyways, we've got to have days like this because then you feel so much better on the days that you just look absolutely snatched. Today, oh honey, today is not that day. That's okay, we can work with it. There's also cat hair like in my eyes, on my face. I couldn't find the kitten. I walked past to get into the bathroom, found her in a basket on the floor. I actually don't know if it's still raining outside. If it is, the walk there is not gonna be fun, but that's okay. All right, I'm gonna finish my makeup and then I guess I'll see you guys at the cafe. I have no idea what brush I'm looking for actually, to be honest. That one. Bye. It's really helpful to find little ideologies and visualizations that work for you. And especially in days like this, it's a list day. You can say that to people and they'll have no fucking idea what you're talking about. But if you can wake up in the morning and say, okay, here's how I'm feeling, it's a list day. That's your solution. It's already in your toolkit and you can pull it out and still have a productive, fantastic day because you've got that mechanism that's like, okay, here we go. We're allowed to feel this way. We're good, all fine. Let's just, write a list, make it easy. So just little things like that I think are important to remember in everyday life. And they're very easy to forget because we just keep soldiering forward and, the next day we might be feeling good, but if we haven't dealt with the little things on our off days, they do follow us, and the next time you have an off day, it's probably going to be amplified because you haven't resolved anything from your last off day, if that makes any sense. I should give you guys a vestiaire update. I'm planning to just kind of reinvent my wardrobe and fill it with some really high quality pieces, and I really want to, as a gift to myself each month, kind of source a new vintage item off places like Vestiaire and things like that. So I made my little purchase. I ended up getting these Gucci glasses. I'm obsessed. I cannot wait to wear these to like an art gallery, out and about. Oh, they're just iconic. What other pieces do I have? There are a couple pieces that I really admire. There's a Coach bag that's so cute. I do really love this bag. There's also this vintage skirt that I adore. And this skirt as well is quite a moment. This bag, it's terrifying and I love it. What a dream to just look into your closet and be slightly terrified all the time. I mean, imagine that sitting on a shelf. Horrifying, absolutely horrifying. I loved this jacket as well. I feel best when I'm posting videos that they're not a big production. They're not like, oh, I'm sitting down to film now. It's more like, here's a little peek into a few of the little moments that I feel like compose my life and my happiness and joy in my life, because the joy doesn't come from, sure, it does come from the massive moments, but if you're not actively enjoying the little moments that really make up your happiness, then you'll always be waiting for the next big thing. So that's why I like to document the little moments in life, the little cafe moments where I'm sitting having one of my favorite coffees. The baristas down the road are so beautiful. They're the most wonderful people. And it's amazing when they know your name, your order. I usually get caramel in my lattes, and I started getting hazelnut when it got colder, because I feel like it just makes me feel all warm and cozy inside. And one of the baristas was like, "Is this you? Did you order this?" I'm like, "Yes, I'm changing." But no, it's really beautiful to have that community where you can go to the cafe and have a really sweet conversation with the person that makes you coffees that warm your soul and make you feel happy and help you get work done. It's like this beautiful little exchange. And human connection as a whole just makes me so happy. Connecting with a stranger, sharing a smile with someone, having someone make you a coffee, or when you go get your nails done, how the nail lady will like be really gentle, hopefully gentle with your nails, and like have a nice conversation with you and make you feel beautiful. I think those are some of the most sweet interactions. And you know, having little crushes on people on social media, so you watch their stories all the time, and you know, maybe you'll get a message from them or something and have a sweet convo. Like it's just like, life is so beautiful in its smallest little moments. And as I get older, I'm learning to really embrace those little moments more and see them for what they really are, which is such a blessing. That's what I wanted to share. And I think if there's anything that you take away from this channel, it's just that. Enjoy your little moments, and you don't have to put them out there, but be aware of them at least and sit with them. Because a lot of the times we might be having a coffee at a cafe, but we're thinking about 1,000,001 other things. But we should just be able to sometimes sit down at our favorite little cafe, enjoy the coffee, think of not all the things that happened yesterday or all the things that are happening later that day or tomorrow, but think about how great the coffee tastes. Maybe it doesn't taste that great. Maybe you're like, damn, this is not hitting today. But sit and think about it, you know? Think about what you're tasting. Think about what's around you. Think about what you like about where you're sitting. Think about everything that is where you are in this present moment, because we only get this present moment while it's happening. Then it's gone. And yeah, it's so true when they say if you're not living in the present, you're not living at all. You're just kind of like floating around in limbo, because where everything's happening is here and now. And there's so much happening in the world. So like, you know, what's happening in your little bubble? I think it's so interesting. We're all just in this little bubble of our own, and passing each and every moment passes, and we're just experiencing a human experience together. Why am I getting existential today? Even if it's 10 people, 2 people, 1 person, it's nice to share this moment with myself and also whoever might be watching at the moment. If you are, feel free to comment. But yeah, I don't know, that's why I also left my other channel too. I just wanted to wipe the slate, and people evolve, people grow up, people change, and I want to go on this, keep following this path that I'm on right now and see where it takes me. Who knows? Who knows? And that's exciting. That's exciting. We don't need to know everything. It's not fun to know everything. So that's my little 2 cents of the day, and I hope you enjoyed. Yeah. Wherever you are in the world, whatever's happening, have a splendid, splendid day or night or week or, you know, whatever. Enjoy, have fun, be yourself, Don't change for anyone. If anyone judges you, that's a reflection on them, not you. And just live your life. Live your life and be grateful for everything around you, for what you have, because man, to be able to sit here and talk to you guys and have a roof over my head and awareness is just it's a blessing. And I do very much understand the privilege of all of that. So it's, yeah. My phone says, cancel all your weekend plans right now. Why? And that's the Sydney Opera House, so I guess this is relevant. It's been non-stop rain, and I'm a summer girly. I love the sun, I love the heat, and it's cold and rainy, and it has been for like 3 weeks straight. And I've just got a news report here that says, a possibly severe thunderstorm looks to set to dump even more rain on Sydney as a sustained wet period drags on. That looks great. Oh my goodness, that's so fantastic. I'm moving. I'm leaving. I ain't staying here. I ain't staying here. Wow, Sydney dam spill warning and a WA town recovers from a freak tornado. I'm leaving Australia.